Hey everybody, Thursday afternoon, time for the shop update here at Woodsmith. We got quite a few things going on, and for people who are watching, a little CNC 2.0 update coming up here, but we're going to start with a really fun project that Steve's been working on.
Welcome everybody. Well, this is our little, I guess you could call this a weekend project that John Doyle designed. We made it out of some clear pine that we bought at one of the box stores. Nice little bookcase. You could build this easily in a weekend. And I guess we're going to do a distressed paint job on it. Is that right, John?
Yep.
So I've left the back unattached, but yeah, that was kind of fun.
All right.
Awesome.
Now the good stuff.
The good stuff. Hey everyone, and guess what? I'm still working on that CNC machine. So this week I've got it painted in that pretty sky blue-ish. Got it pretty much mostly put together. This is going to slide like this, and then this guy slides that away, and another one that slides up and down here. This is where the router attaches to there, so we've got some parts and pieces over there ready for that guy to go in there. Pretty much got all the woodworking side of it done and assembled. Just working on a couple of blocks to house the motors, and then it's over to Chris to do all the fun parts and make it work.
And I got parts here that need to go together. So what makes this machine go? First off, we've got motors. This large one is going to be for the X-axis, and that'll push the gantry back and forth. And then there are two of these smaller motors, one for the Y-axis and one for the Z-axis. And so these will have some not Acme thread, but a special lead screw on it, 1/2 inch. And it's kind of interesting. I should have brought a piece out here. It actually has 5 threads on it. So a regular machine bolt is going to have a single thread. This lead screw has 5 individual threads, and that makes it fast acting. 1 revolution of the rod, and the nut will travel about 1/2 inch on it. So fast acting. Anyway, to make the motors go, we have to have some things. First off, we have a transformer, and it's going to go in our electrical box here. Each motor is controlled by what's called a driver, microstep driver. And there are 2 things that we need to set up on each of these drivers to control the motor. One is the amount of step. Okay, let's back up here. Each motor is engineered to have 200 individual steps. Those individual steps can then be broken down electronically. So you have all sorts of different options here. You can divide it by 400, 1500, all the way up to 25,000. So each of those 200 steps could potentially be divided 25,000 times. And one of you math whizzes can do the multiplication there. 200 times 25,000. That will give you the total number of theoretical steps that the computer can control that motor. Now we are not going to do 25,000. We're going to do 400. Because if you think about it, that's 800 individual steps per rotation, and that's plenty for woodworking. The other thing we need to set is we need to match the amperage of the motor. And we do that with what are called DP switches or dip switches. These tiny little white keys you see here like a piano, those will set a magic code to match the amperage and to match the appropriate electronic division for each of the steps. So 1 for each motor. Those go into our box. The last thing we need is a control board. And it's kind of a little microcomputer which is going to take the G code, which we program on our computer, and it's going to parcel out the instructions to each of the drivers, to each of the motors, to make the magic happen. Now this is specific to a program. It's called Planet CNC, and I selected that one because you can get a download for PC or you can get a download for a Mac, so you Mac users out there can be happy. And that will get mounted in here, and then a couple cables to the machine, and I get plugged to the outlet, and we're good to go.
All right. It's that easy.
That's easy. We're this close to being done with it. I know there's a lot of people out there that have been watching and excited about this new upgrade for the CNC. You'll be able to see that in the upcoming issue of Shop Notes magazine. Sounds like there might be a little video on building one of these in the works as well, and then you'll be able to find the plans for it on woodsmithplans.com. Otherwise, let us know any questions or comments or smart remarks you have about it, and we'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.